All right, all right. Hello, hello. Welcome everyone back to another destination happy hour show. We got Hexy Boston back again. Good
Hello.
seeing you yet again, man. WTF?
Yeah. What the fuck, mate? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's over your shoulder, so yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They don't know what's going on, mate.
Are you still in the burning house, or are we good now?
I don't know. Price went up a little bit still.
Yeah.
Hey, back on the
Everything
moon
is
now.
still fine, right?
Everything was always fine.
Okay. Some great memes and content on
I know.
Twitter.
Shout whoever did that video, the longer one. Oh my god! Shout out to you with "Don't Worry, Be Happy" in the background. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
remember who
That
did
was
it.
my
Oh
favorite
my
one.
god, that was so brilliant. So, yeah, shout out you, sir.
D-Fed, man, how you doing?
Hey, doing good. Happy Friday, everybody out there in Hexaco. We're chilling.
Oh yeah, what's in the mug there, D-Fed?
I was going to say, I actually picked a hell of a wink to quit drinking. I've got coffee, and I'm actually going to try to stop drinking because it's killing me. So,
Because you got like 15-year stakes to see maturity through, right?
yeah,
So,
I'm really just sick of the hangovers. I'm like the next day just being like sick. Like, I'm just done with that, man.
yeah, like lethargic kind of thing, and yeah,
Yeah,
I get
headache.
that.
Just actually, the brain pain kills me, dude.
I can understand that.
I've been drinking through a hangover all week, guys.
That was my next question. How about you, Hexy? Are you gonna
um,
stop?
uh, no, not yet, not yet. I'm drinking a whiskey and coke tonight, but I've just got back from like a little family holiday, a little vacation at a caravan park near Skegness, and those in the UK will really laugh at that. And yeah, I've just been drinking wine every night basically, but wine gives me hella hangover, and then I'm
Yeah,
dealing with like kids and shit the next day. So yeah,
yeah,
it was a good time though. I had a great time. But yeah, I'm back in the hot seat now.
yeah. Shout out to Benny Blanco. It's way better on this side. No more brain fog. So cheers to you, man. Because I remember
Yeah.
a few months back, man, you started to clean it up, and props to you, brother. Shout out also to DJ Cryptomatic, who just conducted the raid from Twitch with the DJ Cryptomatic uh, pre-show. So thanks to all you guys coming over from Twitch. Really appreciate it. And chat, what are y'all drinking? Are you drinking wine there, Hexy?
No, this is whiskey and coke.
Oh, whiskey.
I've,
That's what you said.
I've gone
This
on to
is
the hard
a
stuff for tonight.
today is a high quality natter day. It's it's a strawberry lemonade variety of natural light. It's very light. This and
How
like
is it
Bud Light
though?
Lime are like very refreshing light beers for hot temperatures and stuff like that. So that's the
Is it
only reason.
is it decent? Is it okay? Is it drinkable?
It's not bad.
Okay,
It's actually kind of tasty, and I
'cause I
mean,
never had one.
anybody who's ever bought Natty Light, I mean, the price is good, but this actually has taste. Like,
Hmm.
I only do like Natty Light after like a hockey game or something where all the boys just get like a cheap 30 pack and you're just throwing down in the lot,
Yep.
and yeah, and you don't care because you just sweat out like 5 pounds on the ice. So yeah, Chad, Natter days are for the boys. So Pacifico, I like Pacifico. Um, do I sound a bit weak? I don't.
No,
Sounds a bit.
No, 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 no. Never mind. Never mind. Nice one though. And
if you ever see that guy commenting on your shit, just
yeah,
don't take it at face value at
yeah,
all. There's
I
always some weird
yeah,
joke in there.
Mr. Dan Smith. I also reference you to the tweet from Motley Investor today in his beverage. So if you're asking me, now go find that tweet from Motley Investor with his beverage and ask him why his pinky wasn't out when he was drinking it. So,
Was he drinking like a cocktail or something?
it looked very pretty, but
Gotcha.
his surroundings were absolutely gorgeous down there. Him and Wendy's, Dixon Piper, they're all chilling uh,
Nice,
down there.
nice.
Hex Siren's doing a fruit smoothie. So there you go.
Nice.
So I guess like we can start the little discussion here. I mean, we've been doing kind of like these. The theme has been for the past few weeks, just because I'm on the road. It's easier to do like these chill conversations, um, recent topics, and like what more top of mind is there than the spaces yesterday with Richard? I mean, it was the second one, I guess. Were they 2 Thursdays apart? Because maybe that's why he got invited back. It seemed like it was the same time. and the same, I think, moderator and admins. So he got invited back, and I guess to debate the toned vase. And I mean, I think it was just utter demolition, destruction. He just left Tone's body floating down the Heart River like he left Tangent's body and everyone else. I mean, it was, if you were a Bitcoin maxi, it was not good to listen to. And still they were chirping on Twitter in my mentions, Richard didn't win that. I was like, did you not even listen to that? Like, you guys have no arguments. And he just utterly destroyed anything that Tone could come up with. And then they would try to deflect, misdirect, oh, look over here at, this topic instead of answering what was at hand.
And they were accusing him of doing that as well. They kept saying he was going off subject when he
Exactly.
wasn't. He was following up on a point. And
that is a hallmark of somebody who does not have an argument, especially in politics, is they will, circle it back on you and point the finger at you for what they are doing. And it was just textbook, like what they were doing. Anybody who has half a brain that was listening to it was just like, okay, we get this, but man, it was a rough.
That was, I could barely even, like, it's so cringe. I did listen to the whole thing, but when Tone's talking, I skip fast forward, like that little 10-second button, because I just can't take it. I can't take that kind of.
So you're saying listening in delay is good, right?
Yeah, yep. And then you can kind of skip ahead, and then I can just go to when Richard's talking, because the trash coming out of those guys is so bad. It's so unintelligent.
It's worrying for the rest of them, because that is the many people, right?
Thousands of them.
There's loads of people that just eat that shit for breakfast and love it. And when you start listening to Richard, he breaks down like every narrative that there is going, and people, it's not like he's just knocking down like one argument. It's like 50 arguments that he destroys for them in one go. And I feel a bit bad for those guys, because they have got that cognitive dissonance or whatever going on, where they just can't, they can't accept that something they believe so strongly is not actually true, or that there might be something better than what they've already got a lot of. I mean, the whole decentralized trading thing like kills me, because and the lack of anonymity. I can never say that word. Anonymity. Or
Anonymity.
Anonymity. That's how you say it. Yeah. There's a lot of things that Bitcoin just doesn't have, and it doesn't mean that Bitcoin's bad, but it's just there is better. And these guys will never accept it. And even though they think they're at the forefront of technology, buying the best shit in the world, they're just probably not going to make a lot of money, even if it does do really, really well. So, sucks, man.
Yeah, well said. You're absolutely right.
You're muted, Cabana.
Yeah. Sorry, remote again. Hate it. What I was about to say was the thing that got to me was Richard bringing up the inflation bug, and Tone, I believe it was to that. His little response was, these things happen.
Yeah.
What?
Well, like
that's like the worst
rebuttal.
possible thing that could happen.
Yeah.
So like, these things happen, man. Would you say that if like your kid died or something?
And then his follow up to that was, like, I if I was running my own node, I'd catch it and I'd fork out that block. It's like, no, you're not running your own node, and even if you did, you would have no idea about like how to roll it back. So
like what would happen if just one node was like no, but like all the others were like yes? Because Richard brought up the point of like, oh, if you just cut them all in on the hack, then they'll probably just let it go through. So you only need like a certain amount of people to let that go through, right? And this is a guy who knows nothing about like, how Bitcoin nodes work or anything like that. Do you know the answer to that, Cabana? What happens if one node or like even a few nodes are just like, oh no, that transaction can't go through? It's still likely to go through, right?
Oh shit, I am no Bitcoin node expert at all. I defer. That's why I bring like guys like DFed and other guys that are smarter than me on to this show for the technical stuff. I can talk price and mechanics all day, but not the actual node and technical stuff. Let's see what. Yeah. That McShane was knowledgeable. Oh man, dude, that guy and Munib.
I heard his name floating about. It was funny.
He was the guy. He wouldn't address Richard's questions. Richard even repeated the questions back to him a second time. And then that was the guy I think we were talking about earlier who then accused Richard of changing the topics. He's like, bro, he's like, just here's my questions, answer them, I'll wait. And then he, got all huffy and puffy. It's cringe, but I think, in saying that, yeah, it's as Hexkins, it sucks to listen to sometimes, but I think that's the route, guys and girls. I mean, the Twitter Spaces, he's not talking to a couple thousand Hexkins on stream. He's in a new space with minds that are into NFTs, they're into Bitcoin, um, and so what? A lot of them are closed-minded. I saw a lot of claps and likes when he was talking from some big accounts that I don't really follow, and they aren't Hexagon accounts either. And you could see him in the spaces agreeing with them. And I think it's an excellent strategy. I really hope he continues these spaces, especially if he just keeps up the demolishing that was yesterday. The McShane guy was just cringe. I know they're all cringe. The Munib guy, it was funny. I tweeted Funding Jim because last week this Ari Gold guy, who actually sounds like Ari Gold, I guess that's why he calls himself that on Twitter, from Entourage, immediately started talking shit after Richard left last week's space. I was like, okay, well, I hope he comes back this week. And as soon as Richard entered the room, he was a speaker, and then all of a sudden he lost his mic. Like, you
Pussy.
giant puss, man.
What a pussy.
So I just talks a big
Fuck
game and
that
then just
guy.
vanishes. And it was just like, this is how they all are, and it's like, come
It's
on,
not
guys.
like he's running from a literal fight. He's running from an online argument.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I guess he'd get demolished in either. I guess I don't know, but yeah. But again, I guess the main point that I'm still trying to bring out here is I think it's the best route for us to take as Hexkins. He made so many great points. His kind of like sign off, yesterday, like dropped like 30 to 60 seconds or whatever it was of just like straight like blah blah blah. This is this. This is this. This is this. This is why this is this. I'm Richard Hart. Peace out, kind of thing. Like, man, I mean, what more could you want from a founder? And it sucks.
He'd be out there doing shit, man. Like he's really pushing it and he's doing it in a stealthy way as well. He's not like directly just being like, "Oh, Hex is the best thing." I remember, so I didn't watch the whole thing, but
this is a great point. Keep going.
He told him, "Look, we don't even need to talk about Hex. Let's not talk about Hex. It's too complicated for you guys. Let's just talk about Ethereum." And they didn't like that.
That's the best part. It was like a masterful way of doing it because he does not even need to talk about Hex because people are going to be like, okay, who's this guy with 250,000 followers on Twitter? They're going to hear how smart he is. He did not even need to mention Hex. I don't really think he did, maybe, but a few times. And it wasn't even him really trying to shill it. And then they were so triggered, they would go right back to Hex and talk about it for him. And he would be the one to be like, bro, I'm not even talking about Hex. You're talking about Hex. Like, he's in their heads so deep.
One of them accused him of rug pulling it already. And he's like, how did I rug pull it? It's up 250x against Bitcoin, bro. Like, what?
Right.
It's hilarious, man.
Man.
These guys don't understand these kind of metrics, though. Like, they don't understand that if something goes down 95%, but then keeps recovering or 85% or whatever, they can laugh at the chart. They always put... I always see like Hex haters posting 4-hour charts of Hex, like, look, it's destroyed, and it cracks me up because it's like, post the full chart, bro, against your thing that you like, and just see what happens. Literally, I don't think it's being outperformed even in the bear market by like a lot. If you take into account the full like up and then down, even it being down 95%, is probably still doing better than some of the other coins that also did really, really well during that time. They might be down more, but even if they're not down more percentage wise, the amount of gains that Hex had over them, so even the extra 10%, if they're down 85, we're down 95, that still is a lot of. We're still way above them even after that dip, because they didn't go up as far. So then when they get destroyed 85%, that's a lot more for them than it would be for us if we go 95. So yeah,
and
pleb maps.
I guess a couple things I'm like trying to think of is like how could Richard possibly improve on that? I think like one thing could be like the mention, maybe it's on purpose, but he doesn't really, or he seems to forget all the time to mention the 27 million raised for charity. He kind of like slipped his mind on the Fox Business thing. He didn't really mention it in this Spaces kind of thing when he's like, "This is why I'm better," kind of thing. He defed while you were away there. I don't know if you hear, but he was talking. We were Bastard and I were talking about. He didn't even need to mention Hex. He's already in these guys' heads because they would be like, "Stop talking about Hex," and Richard's like, "I'm not even talking about Hex, bros." Like, and
Yes.
they would bring it up for him, and it was just
yeah.
masterful just to listen to. It was great.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on it?
I think that fact that they kept bringing it up, and Richard said, "Hey guys, let's just leave Hex out of it and just talk about Ethereum," and they couldn't do it. So it really bugs them because it's the elephant in the room. Hex is a huge success. It was the fastest appreciating asset in 2020 compared to every asset in the world. Like, it was the best chart 2020, and they have nothing to come back against. So yeah, it just plagues them. You can see that it's great.
Yeah. And for the chart argument, because that's going to be brought out as long as we're in a bear market. So all these guys who don't know how to read a chart are like, "Oh well, Hex is down, so much more than Bitcoin right now." Blah blah blah. And it's just like, okay, what time frame are you looking at? Zoom out, and that's the quick answer to that. So I just would love like the quicker response, for that. And then, is there anything else that he could do to perfect what is already perfection? Because he's got these guys just beaten to a pulp. And props to the moderator who I think he does an excellent job. To me, he sounds very impartial. And, for as triggered as some of these maxi guys get, I thought he's done a great job, and he's kind of set up the space to where it's like, okay, well, we have, say, Richard and Tone available for this amount of time. Richard had to leave. I'm guessing he knew that Richard had to cut out, so he got that part of the segment in there. We at least got, the main points out, and then of course Richard left. And then once he left, the Bitcoin, bros grew their, balls a little bit, and we're like, "The scammer has left the building. Bye." Yeah, it's like, oh my
Those
gosh,
punks, man, those punks. I wish I was there.
these guys get any
them.
more beta? They are so sad.
Straight bitches, dude.
man.
They are. So
They need a
bad.
guy like Richard Hart in their life, a strong man to tell them what to do. Seriously,
Big Daddy Richard's going to show them what's right.
Daddy Richard.
Oh my
man.
gosh, Big
Serious.
Daddy Richard. Yeah.
Fucking hell, man. They don't realize how much they need Richard, man. He's setting the standard for how things should be done moving forward, but people just don't get it yet because they still have their heroes, right? But if Richard kills them enough times, then yeah.
That's the
They'll
funny
all
thing
come.
too. I think Tone Vase, he thinks he's a hero, and he thinks Richard Hart's an anti-hero. But in reality, it's the opposite. Richard's the hero, and these guys are all the villains, and Richard's slaying them.
Yeah. So I don't even know who is Tony Vase, right? Like, I don't know anything about him really. This just shows how much of a noob I am.
He's no, it's good. Go ahead, detail.
Like, he's an OG Bitcoin and in crypto, but he's like a trader, and he's never in my Tangent. I don't know, does a better job because Tangent actually met Tone Vase in real life, so he actually I spent some time with the guy. I never
had a steak dinner with him.
I think they did actually. I think yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, they went out to dinner, partied and shit. Yeah, one night in Australia. So,
Okay.
so he's just a regular guy who's a trader, and he got famous somehow. But man, he wrecks people on margin trading, and all of his. He's never made a great call. He doesn't do anything special, but he's just been somehow
He's just
in the
been there
seat
Well,
for
during,
years.
yeah, I think it was, I even watched him, 2017, I guess 2018, because a lot of people that was their first exposure to Bitcoin, and so you're looking for guys who know price and technicals, and he was the guy that the YouTube algorithm or whatever throws up there. So I think if it's like myself, like that's one of the first guys that you find, and you see this guy, talking price and what's everybody love, this conversation's cool. I love it. I love this community. It's awesome. But a lot of people love price charts and moon math. So that's why, a lot of other channels have the likes that they do, because they want their views reinforced. And so when we're going up in Bitcoin, Tone would draw the charts and everybody's in all of the TD9 and, the reversal and, oh, we got a red 9. And it's like, okay. And, exciting. Oh, we got a green 1 or whatever it is.
It's the
just
X margin.
Yeah. So it's like he like kind of jacked the Tom DeMark indicators and then kind of like remarketed them to his kind of package. So I think that was like DeMark, I believe, was like more traditional markets guy. So this was like brand new exposure for a lot of crypto guys seeing this kind of analysis. So it's like, oh my gosh, this guy really knows what he's talking about. All the while he kind of like jacked like that analysis schooling and then kind of turned it over to his new thing and then remarketed it and then started selling courses on it. So
I did not know that. Wow. So he stole somebody else's charts and started.
I'm not going to say he stole them, but if you listen to,
it was inspired by.
You're on the record.
No.
I believe that.
I said jacked. It's a take that for what you.
Yeah.
But I think that was like that's how, to answer your question, that's kind of how he came into existence and fame, I guess, kind of like the Da Vinci guy, because everybody goes back and then once like 2017 2018 hit, oh, Bitcoin's this huge guy, oh, Da Vinci, this nice dude from whatever with the big gap in his teeth with like Strahan said buy Bitcoin years ago, so he must be like the god now. And he got famous then. So it was like him, Tone Vase, and I think maybe a couple of others. And that was a lot of people's first exposure to Bitcoin and crypto. And they've kind of ridden that along the way. So, yeah. Oh, boy.
What was his last claim to fame? What does Tone do now other than just make outlandish claims against Hex and Richard? Like, he hasn't done anything that's... I mean, I've had him blocked for over 2 years now.
Oh,
so
I don't know.
Whatever,
he's blocked me, man. So I can't. I don't really follow that anymore. Like I follow.
I'm not in the cool club. I'm not blocked yet.
Yeah, I mean, and
Totally
he's
know.
also like a lot of his analysis when I did watch it was, and this is like classic like trader guy who doesn't want to be considered like wrong. Like they always leave themselves an out, right? So he always push the chart to be like, well, if it doesn't go up, it could go down. Oh, okay.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
That's my TA as well, man. Whenever I pull up the chart, it's like,
I mean, I know there's no
do that.
Yeah, there are no definites, but at the same time,
Well, maybe it goes sideways. There's always 3 options.
Yeah. So, but he offers courses on this stuff, and Richard called him out on it. And it's like, and even it wasn't just Richard either. Like there were a couple of big accounts in there, 1 or 2 of them that were like, if you're so good at this technical analysis, why do you have to sell this stuff for $500 a course? If your technical analysis is so good, you shouldn't need this money. So he was like, oh, well, there's a market for it, and why wouldn't I if people are going to pay?
I love your impression of him, man. It's so on point.
And the reality is he's not making money trading. He's probably lost money.
Oh, I just got to be right back 1 second, guys.
Yeah.
If Tone is half a brain, then he's just stacking sats and sitting on them.
Yeah.
Because that's the best he can do is just hold his bag and wait.
Yeah. And Richard's, I know, met him in person. He knows Tone's real name. So that, I mean, they are familiar with each other outside of debate circles. So I'm sure, well, I would guess maybe sometimes they laugh, behind the scenes sometimes. I don't know. Maybe the last time they were in Malta or whatever, but I enjoyed, these spaces, and I really hope they continue. Like I'd rather have these spaces than Richard Hart live streams. Because
no, that is blasphemous. Those Twitter spaces suck ass compared to a live stream. Get out of here.
They do, but we are the ones watching them. I'm talking about like new eyeballs.
Whoa. Yeah. Hang on. I
Uh-oh.
found Richard through one of his random live streams because he had a clickbaity title.
Yeah.
It was like Bitcoin to 0, and it was just after I'd like lost 50% because it went down to like 30 overnight or whatever. And that's how I found Richard. But I do agree that the Twitter Spaces thing is gonna get a lot more people than him just doing YouTube live streams. I completely agree.
It does draw the haters out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does,
No
a
cabana.
lot.
Tone is more like da 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 da. If Bitcoin doesn't go up from here, it will go down. Da da da. Richard is a scammer. Da da da. Buy my trading course. Da da da.
Brain, my fucking brain.
Legend.
All right, so I guess DJ is booing me on the Richard Hart comment. He shares David's sentiment on that. It's okay. It's a certain point of view. There's nothing better. I'll say this. There's nothing better than an RH live stream, but for onboarding purposes, there's nothing better than Twitter Spaces. How about that? Is that fair? Is that better?
That's fair.
Because I love, RH live streams.
I do too, man. I miss it.
That's how you
I
learn.
miss him just doing like 4 or 5 hour live streams, just dropping random knowledge on people.
But I mean, they were big galaxy brain.
Yeah, I think there were like 3,600 maybe last week in that space, and this week there were 4,600. And
Those are good numbers.
Guess what happened as soon as RH left? Slashed by a third. Like a third of the audience left, and I'm just like, that. There you go. I mean,
he brings the crowd,
and then it's a complete circle jerk. And I brought it up on Twitter. I was like, maybe as Hexicans, if we think about it, obviously we can go back and listen to it if it's going to be recorded, but maybe we all just do a mass exodus as soon as Richard leaves the space, just to prove the point that your numbers are up because of this guy. So if you keep this guy on, you'll get the listenership of maybe not all Hexicans, but at least we put the numbers up there, because that should tell you a little something, right? If one main speaker leaves and you lose a third of your audience within like 5 minutes, that tells you a lot.
That's the content. Then you know who the star that everybody's there to see. It's definitely Richard and nobody else.
Crypto Krill misses Mrs. RH wearing his heart on his arm and dropping genius knowledge bombs on live streams. I think we're going to get those. It's just when Pulse Chain, Pulse X. Otherwise, it's like what's to talk about? It's just like some updates, and in the meantime, he can do some outrage marketing and go after these maxis, which I see the most value in his time doing that right now. So. Wallysaurus, I think trying to onboard Twitter folks is a waste of time. We need to target regular plebs. I hear your argument. I think that was you, Wally, that was on Liquid Loans stream with Matt, because I think I listened to half of that last night. If that's the same Wally, because we have a few Wallies, I think. But yeah, let me know, because I enjoyed that conversation. The first half of it I listened to. I'm going to listen to the second half tonight. So again, if that's the Wally source I'm thinking of, Hexy Bastard, he is a technical mind. He is smart enough.
He said
possibly
no, not in the chat.
Okay, not you. Okay, that wasn't him.
So that guy's not a technical mind.
No. Let's ask him the technical questions right now. So, that's good.
He's right there, man.
What else?
The plebs are lamb to the slaughter. Like, if they're finding guys like Tony Vase as their idols, right? These are the idols, your Tony Vase, your Peter McCormicks. They're fucked. They are just fucked.
Yeah, straight fucked. Yeah. Peter McCormick. Oh, he's even worse than Tone. God damn.
Peter McCormick's a proper pleb, mate. Like,
has anybody seen him lately?
No, not since the Bitcoin convention in Miami was the last time I think he was that I've seen any shit. I mean, I've had him blocked for a long time too. I just block all these bastards on Twitter. I can't listen to that crap.
I'm not gonna lie. For poor pleb, PP, we were gonna use a picture of him as the logo.
Oh shit!
We were gonna do it, but then we found a better idea with the little characters and stuff. Like, we just thought, we'll go with that. It's better. But originally, we either had that or we had Oliver from the film Oliver. Please, sir, can I have some more? It was going to be, please, sir, can I have some gains? And that was going to be that.
Can I have some gains? That's like its own meme right there.
The character's brilliant though. So.
Quick shout out to Red Squirrel. That was Walrus, not Wally Star. So same first and ending, just like less characters in the middle there. So thank you, Red Squirrel, for that. So you brought up this pleb token, Hexy bastard. You know, we are Hex and Pulse Chain friendly, but do tell us about this thing. The fuck is this? The fuck is pleb token?
Ew.
Hello, is that Mr. Beard?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how's it going?
He is just in time to hear about pleb token.
I already know everything about it.
Tell us
I'm a
about it, Beard.
Pleb
Give me-
genius. No,
Pleb
no.
genius.
Mr. Hexy Bastard himself can explain it better than I
Sure.
can.
So the whole idea has been floating about between me and my mate Moomin Man for some time now, where we wanted to do an airdrop that would only go out to the little guy. And originally we kind of had we had the idea of just going after pulse chain people, right? But as time developed, we decided, do you know what? Like, there's a lot of people going for pulse chain, pulse chain related, customers, as Richard called us the other day. That was really funny.
That was funny.
Customers. Did you miss that bit? He said, "Oh, this is the first time I think I've ever referred to Hexicans as customers." It cracked me up. But he's right though, what he said. But anyway, it developed. Originally, we were just going to airdrop it to people who sacked a little bit for pulse chain. Less than $1,000 was the original thing. But then we decided we would basically expand outwards and go for a lot of degens. So rather than just keeping it within our circles, we're just going to go for everyone. And this is just a joke meme coin called Poor Pleb, but the ticker is going to be PP. So you can grow your PP, you can have a bigger PP.
We can finally grow our PP.
We can grow our PP. But I just want to be clear that it has zero features. It has zero tokenomics. I mean, we've got plebonomics, but there's no real tokenomics. It's just a stupid joke. The whole thing's a joke. But we think that the branding and the approach that we've got is potentially going to drag a lot of people in. And it is a huge Trojan horse because I really, really like Pulse Chain. So whilst this is just a stupid ERC20 that has no features, there might actually be some features later, but no expectations and all of that shit. But I like Pulse Chain enough to say that they probably will only exist on Pulse Chain. So it's going to be sort of a stealthy onboarding method. And we're going to use all the same Richard Hart ethics of no admin keys, decentralized, and, just looked after just all the security things and this, that, and the other, just to make sure it's all above board and safe and everything. But yeah, we've basically got this little character who is the pleb. Can I share my screen very quickly? Will it work?
Should it
Only
be
if you do it
plebonomics or PP-nomics?
Plebonomics.
Okay.
But this is the thing.
Plebonomics,
There's two memes here, right? There's the meme of the poor pleb. We're all wrecked right now. Most things are down 85 to 95%. We're all fucking destroyed anyway. So everyone feels like they relate to this guy. But then you've got the PP side as the second joke, which is just oh yeah, I want a bigger PP. This whale he has no PP.
This is what happens in the bear market, spam.
Yeah,
this is what happens. We build, not necessarily constructive things, but we build.
Yeah, so it's basically, let me show you guys the minting breakdown. So we're taking the piss out of a lot of communities here, right? So the way that we're doing our sacrifice phase is a joke. You sacrifice for freedom of plebs. What does that even mean? I wrote it and I don't even know what it means, but you're sacrificing for freedom of plebs. We have a plebifesto, which is a play on the Cult DAO token, if you guys are familiar with that. Which is quite well written, I hear. I had to learn to read and write in order to do it, but we got there in the end. But here's the tasty part. It is the minting breakdown and who is going to be able to basically.
Oh man, who sacked for Cum Rocket?
There was no sack for that. This is holders, right? So
okay.
if
you hold a Cum Rocket, even better. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
if you held some Cum Rocket. So I'm just going to read out these. These are very well known.
Dude, you should
coins,
tweet
right?
out just like what Richard did with the sacrifice, that he's bringing adoption to all these ghost chains. You should tweet out that you're bringing adoption to these fucking
shit coins.
things. There's finally adoption.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it is. Well, they can sacrifice. All of these are able to be sacrificed if they want to.
Shit,
There's
I
finally
hold
a
three
use
of
case
those.
for holding Cum Rocket.
Yeah. finally, yeah, you can do something with it. So we've got Shiba Inu, which off the top of my head, they've got 1.2 million holders, and from those guys, roughly 600,000 to 700,000 wallets are going to be eligible for the free claim, because you can only get it if you had between $1,000 and $1,000 worth of that coin in your wallet at the time that the snapshot was going, which was on the 17th, so about a week ago, something. So yeah, if you have between 1 and 1,000, now we might change these numbers a little bit, but this is what we're going for at the moment. And the reason we're doing it above 1 is because the way we see it is if you've got like 0.001 cent of something, you're not a holder of that token, right? So you've got to have at least enough to qualify as a holder of the token. And then the $1,000 is the thing that I'm not sure whether to move that parameter, because just because you've got over $1,000 or something, it doesn't mean you're not a poor pleb, right? So maybe that changes. But as it is right now, this is what it is. So you've got Shiba Inu, Floki Inu, you've got Cult DAO, Baby Doge, Doge Elon Mars, Cum Rocket, Pulse Doge Original, and Pulse Doge Coin, the new one. And then we just recently added on holders of TLK, which is the Lost Kingdom. They're an NFT project that basically got screwed over by their devs. So all of them are poor plebs. So like they all get a bit.
All of them are poor.
Yeah, they're all fucked.
Check out the comment from Funk.
So I got a question.
Functional Crypto. It's a Dogecoin rescue shelter.
Dogecoin rescue shelter.
I like it.
Now, if you hold like 3 out of
gosh.
those 8, you still only get 1 claim, right? I don't
That's
get 3
correct.
claims.
Yeah. So every person who has
You got all of them.
Every wallet.
Oh,
No.
I'll tell
It's
you what
not
I have.
1 claim per wallet. It's not one claim per eligibility. So even if you're eligible 5 times over, because this isn't all of it, by the way, even if you're eligible 5 times over on one address, you still get the same claim amount that everyone is able to get. Everyone is going to, on the free claim side, is going to receive exactly the same amount per address. There's no.
And this will be run through Pulse Police, right? Because I know the Hexagon community.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it up on testnet and everything during SAC phase, and people can check it out and do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, mind you, out there, the PLSD coin was, viewed as very skeptical. It was free money. You still have a few days left to claim that, and it's, performed rather well. So even if you want to dump it,
PLSD's done quite well, man.
Claim it,
and we
dump
accept it for sacrifice, guys. So if you want to do something with it, then there you go. You can sacrifice it if you want.
I was going to say, like, people are asking, like I've got less than $1,000 of shit. I've got less than $1,000 of Doge on Mars and less than $1,000 of Pulse Dogecoin. So
David, I didn't have you down for that. I
Yeah.
thought you were...
Well, the only reason I have them is for the fork on Pulse Chain, because I feel like a lot of the people who do have them, even on the Pulse Chain, like they're never going to realize they even have the coins, or maybe it's all Robinhood shit. So like, dude, even $100 into all of these coins, and look, now you're airdropping it. Who knows what this will be worth? It's free money on free money. So it's I like to have a couple dog shit coins in my pocket.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. Like these guys that hold these tokens aren't generally going to be hexagons, right? Or pulsicons or anything. They're going to be degenerates. They're going to be fucking degenerates, right?
Yeah.
And most of the stuff that they buy gets rubbed. Goes to zero, or it just has one pump and then dies and never comes back. I don't trust the founders of those other coins very much, but I trust my own intentions and what I think might happen with this thing. So as long as you've always got liquidity there and promotion going on and stuff like that, I think you're fine. But this is very much a community driven project anyway, so it's not going to be a Hexy bastard pumps the shit out of this coin for everyone else. It's like the community, the plebs, we all work together to promote this coin as a unit, and we have to build like a big community spirit around this thing, because otherwise it won't last, So anyway, this is the free claim for the people who held these tokens, and then we've got also this list here, which is anyone who sacrificed less than $1,000 for the following projects on Ethereum or Binance. To be fair, it's probably going to include the Polygon ones on there as well. It will just be whatever the official lists are for these projects, but you got Pulse Chain, PulseX, Liquid Loans, Power City, Fiat, Hurricash, Internet Money, and Mintra. So if you sack less than $1,000 for them, you're going to get it. You'll get the free claim, which is, no one knows what the free claim amount is yet either. And I think that's really funny when I'm already hearing certain whales complaining about the fact that we're not going to onboard them. And it makes me laugh because it's like you do realize there's a lot more of them than there is of you. And the only reason I'm doing the sacrifice phase is because I want good whales in it. We need whales in the system, otherwise, they're the ones who move price. But I only want people in it who are actually believing in the project and want it to succeed. I don't want, if I airdrop this to everyone, a lot of guys would just dump it.
This is true.
And people have to manually come and claim these tokens as well. It's not automatically being distributed to all of these potentially millions of people, right?
Yeah,
And to claim this token, you have to sign a signature from your wallet. Well, at least when you click on the website, it's going to say, by accepting these tokens, I admit that I am a pleb. So it is creating...
You're signing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So by claiming these tokens, you admit that you are a pleb.
Oh
and
my God.
you need the free money kind of thing. And it's just an opportunity for the little guy. And like I say, the whales will get nothing. So there's no like big dumpers coming later or anything like that. This like the only guys who are going to get a significant supply on this are those who sacrifice. And by sacrificing for freedom of plebs, they're making a political statement that they actually want to help out the plebs a little bit. So I don't expect those guys to dump it at all. I think that they're gonna hold the price up significantly. So yeah, what I would recommend to anyone who does want to learn about this project, and and also I just want to throw it out there, no serious investor types, right? Like, don't throw everything at this. It is a fucking joke. The whole thing's a fucking joke, right? Don't throw the kitchen sink at this. It's just a joke. It might do quite well. It might do very, very terribly.
Can I throw
I'll
the
be
kitchen
nice.
fridge at it?
Yeah. Can you throw what?
The kitchen fridge.
You can throw that at it if you want, but there's no expectations of profit from the work of clubs.
I don't care. I just hate my fridge.
But anyway, so we are doing a
Small.
little sacrifice phase on it, which ends in 36 days. There's no bonding curve or anything. It's the same rate, but you do get a 2.5 up to a 2.5x multiplier if you're the largest sack wallet or address, should I say.
They're getting impaled on the spikes.
I have to give a huge shout out to Crypto Biscuit, who sorted out all the artwork for this, because he's done a marvelous job. Like,
Yeah,
these
man.
little characters are amazing. They can be
Yeah.
used anywhere. It's really brandable.
The
I think
site
so
looks
far,
good.
last time I checked, there was about $11,500 sacrificed already. So yeah, I think
Not bad.
it's interesting.
How
And
much?
then all that sack money, we're going to the pub, right?
I'm gonna buy a Lambo like Gerardo.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
That's,
wait.
that's assuming that I control the sack wallet though.
Hey.
Which obviously I
Jeez, bro.
don't.
Well played. I recommend green. That's just me though.
You recommend what? Sorry.
Get your Lambo in green. I like that lime green.
Green,
Lambo.
yeah. Green's my favorite color. To be fair.
Wait, Gerardo got a Lambo?
He did, sir. Well, I don't know if he owns it or not. But
Yeah, Minter.com.
Someone
bro.
memed it. The only reason I mention it is because someone in our community memed it, where they basically put the Poor Pleb logo like all over his white Lamborghini. It looked really funny. I love you, Gerardo. by
I
the way,
must,
there's
I
no
must,
shame.
I must say, for a coin that's not out yet and isn't even finalized, you sir have a lot of memes ready. Like a lot of
Oh
people.
yes.
If you
We
go
got
to the
memes out the
Telegram
yin-yang,
group,
mate.
like it's insane. There are a lot of
Love
memes.
Yeah.
And if there's
That's a
anything
serious
that a meme
metric
coin should-
nowadays.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Especially
What is
for
up,
meme
Big K?
coins.
Welcome, Big K.
Hello.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad
Hey,
to be
man.
here.
Great to have you. I might get dumped on here by a thunderstorm, so I'm looking for relocation. But
Nice.
please continue.
Let me throw this out. I'll just show you guys the artwork, the gallery of Pleb. If I zoom in a little bit here, so these are the kind of things that the illustrator is pumping out for us. It's just so funny. So like, you sold it on a 2x, and then and then fucking 3 hours later it's moon. And yeah, it's just,
the cream for the shriveled bag.
yeah. That's the sack restoration cream for the shriveled bag.
That is hysterical.
But this is one layer of the memes, and then we've got all the regular memes as well. Like, oh man, it's so funny. If anyone wants to check it out, just join the Telegram group. It's t.me/Poor Pleb Win. POORPLEBWIN. There you go. And anyway, if you guys have any questions, then please fire away. But I will stop the shilling now because this is a thing.
That shit's funny, man. Oh, good job on that. The site looks good. The memes are good. That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, I took a look. I enjoy a lot of it, man. So fantastic work.
Thank you. I know Beard likes it. Beard was all over that shit. Why are we so small on this screen? We're all tiny. Is it because I removed my thing?
No, it's because of the.
Oh, there we go.
All that chat. There you go.
There we go.
So this is just waiting for Pulse Chain, right? Like it's going to
No,
be on
no,
Pulse Chain,
no.
or you're doing Ethereum and then we're
this,
forking.
this is a big selling point that I haven't even said. It's launching on Ethereum. There's no promise or anything. Literally, we're just going to launch it on Ethereum. And then if Pulse Chain so happens to come out during the claim phase, we're just going to adapt the front end so you can claim it on both chains. But yeah, it shouldn't take anything. I'm hoping that the claim phase is done before Pulse Chain comes out, because then we've got like a set supply and we know exactly where we stand with it. But it's going to be completely, non-inflationary after that 69-day claim phase. It's there's no inflation. The number will never go up from there.
You can see how sticky it is because you see it like right away in chat. You see people talk about plebs because it's so well recognized in the space. It's really easy to meme. So yeah, it's a good concept.
We're all plebs, man. We're right at the bottom of a bear market. Everyone's
if you're gonna make a
wrecked.
meme coin, make a good fucking meme coin, not just say it's a meme coin. Thank you.
Yeah, I like the idea that this is kind of a new approach as well. So like, there's a lot of copy coins out there with like
Hey, guys.
different shit going on. Hey man,
What's happening?
Yeah, man. This is so amazing. I had to go on stream. Like, I don't know if Cabana allows me here, but man, this looks amazing. It's
Oh yeah, Cabana.
Cabana.
I
yes.
sent Peter a link. So
Well, he's
now
the
you
only
have to
one
deal
who
with
can add
him.
me, right? You're muted,
Yeah.
You're
man.
muted, Cabana.
You're muted.
All good, amigo. I had to come indoors because there's like hurricanes and stuff going on outside. But yeah,
Nice.
so, anyway.
So, what's the ticker for this coin?
What's the ticker, Hexy?
PP,
PP. There you go.
so you can grow your PP.
This is so amazing.
It's fantastic.
Okay, so after we have
So wait 1 second. If the ticker symbol is PP, and Richard wants to have the biggest PP, will he buy a bag?
yeah, he
Well,
should
if he
come
wants one, he's gonna have to sacrifice, because he probably won't get anything with his regular wallets, you know.
So
Do you reckon he has any
Hexy-
cum
Hexy.
rocket to sacrifice?
Probably.
I doubt it. I can't imagine him owning that.
So Hexy, after Pulse launches, we will have a PPP and a EPP.
We'll have an
Triple P,
EPP.
I like it.
We won't have
Nice.
a PPP, but that will just be PP.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right. I forgot
yeah.
about that. but
To be honest, I haven't given that bit much thought, but it is a point that I probably should think about. Like, but probably EPP and just PP.
EPP sounds amazing.
But we've got like
Oh
potential
my
ideas
gosh.
for later as well. So like, I was already thinking big PP could be like some kind of weird derivative of it. Like 1 million PP equals 1 big PP or something. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
This looks like amazing.
This
amazing
is what our
meme
lives
coin.
have become.
This is what happens in a bear market, ladies and gentlemen.
It still beats a 9 to 5.
Future. This is the future of finance, everyone.
Quality
Shit.
meme coins.
Yep.
The future of finances.
I know that Richard doesn't shield any other projects, but I think he should think about this one.
He's shilling PP. So.
Yeah.
His
I mean,
P-
Well,
his
he's going to be
PP.
doing it whether he likes it or not.
yeah, because every time he
Talking
mentions
about it.
PP, yeah, there you go. They'd be like, oh, he's secretly shilled.
Oof.
Yeah.
He said PP.
Big
Telegram
PP.
goes mad.
By PP, yeah.
Oh, he's got the ticker symbol on his license plate.
Yeah.
You know
There
what?
you go. Yeah.
So is there
Richard Hart
something?
officially
Yo, check the
endorses
comment from
Hexy.
PVM Crypto. Wrapped PP.
Wrapped PP. Oh my god, yes.
Well,
There's so
Red-
many
Red
ways
Dead
to
Willing.
play this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you got to
Honestly, there's memes everywhere in this thing. Like I just wake up thinking of random shit that works for it, and But the thing is, I go to because like we opened up the Telegram group the other day, and there's a few guys in there that are just pumping out memes all day. So like before I launched this thing, I'd already made about 100 or maybe 200, something like that. But since then, we've had fucking loads of people just throwing them in. We're actually doing a meme competition at the moment, as well as a couple of things. If you follow it on Twitter at Poor Pleb Win, there's a competition on there where you can win yourself a little bit of a sacrifice. It's not like a huge one, but you can win yourself a little bit of sacrifice, and part of that is a meme competition.
I'm joining the group on Telegram.
Oh my gosh.
So
Just remember the same 4 hexagons, though. I don't want to get too many hexagons like deep on this shit, right? Hex is a good financial product. This is a stupid joke.
Yes.
Hexy, I have a question.
Paper, right? Yeah.
I have a question, Hexy. Is there something like away in Poor Plebs coin?
Wait, yeah, it's called the PA, but it's not
PA.
like
Okay, so
which means
Pleb
pleb
address,
address, by the way.
maybe the PA should think about sending all its coins after launch to Richard, so he could have the biggest PP.
No, that won't happen.
No. You gotta work to get the biggest PP, man.
If he's got enough money to have the biggest PP in the world,
How much was sacrifice, you said?
about 11.5 grand last time I checked or something. So he could buy a lot of a bigger PP than anyone else has got. But like I said, the only reason for the sacrifice is I want good whales in it, right? I'm purposely excluding the whales, but if whales want to get in and secure a good PP, they can do that now.
Thank you, Lights Out. Happy birthday, by the way. Yeah. Okay.
How did you come up with this idea of a meme coin?
Why has no one already done a PP coin? Like,
Yeah.
come on, man, this should have been done months ago.
Who's the PP
I'm
Satoshi?
And look at his face. He's really serious about it as well.
Yeah.
He seriously doesn't understand why no one has done it.
I'm really shocked. Like, as soon as Richard started talking about the PP thing, I was thinking, like, I want to do a coin called PP. I don't know the first thing about developing. I had to get a team together and all of this shit. But, like, luckily, I know good people, and we've got a great team behind it. Yeah.
Bobby Huxelrod wants to know. Bobby Huxelrod wants to know if there's going to be a balls deep LP token.
There might be now. He's mentioned that. But all that is planned, and
I think
you can have no expectations beyond the fact that there will be an ERC20.
Remember that,
All
ladies.
four
No
plebs,
expectations of big.
No expectations of profit from the work of others.
So
If you want to give,
audits?
and by the way, we're even taking the piss out of that because a lot of you guys just love giving free money to random people on the internet with no expectations. It's kind of okay with Richard, right? But some of the shit out there, I'm just like, come on, man. So that's kind of why I've done it as well, because I think it would be hilarious if my joke somehow did better than some of the serious, well-built, well-thought-out. Like mine's just the dumbest shit ever,
gosh.
literally.
I hope
I want
so.
Eric Wall to say that to me one day, and I'll be
Hexy,
like,
will you-
thank you.
Hexy, will you go on the Twitter space to shield this to Bitcoiners?
I was thinking more like just go after the guys. Like I'll be jumping in with like shib people and things. I'm going to try and find all of this stuff. But I mean, those guys, I don't really want them now. I don't really want them for the sacrifice as such. I want them for the free claim because there's going to be like 1.5 million addresses or maybe even more that can claim this. I want users, man. I want as many holders as possible. I think does Hex have about 300,000 users, something like that, at the moment?
Or wallets, I guess.
Wallets,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, like
so
what
if you go-
addresses?
If you check on Hedron for the people that actually claimed, I think you get to around
That
20,000 stakers or something. So if you would have a claim, you would from Hex have like 20,000. That's kind of like a safe number, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, maximum of 20,000.
Mad Hex Room, dude. The coin is not out yet.
Come
and You're
liquidity.
already talking about derivatives. Damn it!
Come liquidity.
All of you guys making jokes, you need to hop in that Telegram, man. You guys are
Yeah, the
needed
Telegram is good.
there. It's funny.
I
man.
enjoy
I have
it.
to check it out later.
Yeah. So yeah, for anybody who tuned in to think this was the normal calamity of happy hour, you got some extra tonight. So
Yay.
Okay.
This is
Some
the
of these-
next level.
Okay.
Does anyone have any FUD that they want to throw at me? Because, like, honestly, I've got an answer for everything. Please do.
Do you use Chainlink oracles?
I don't need an oracle.
That was a
Yeah, you
joke.
do.
I was gonna say,
I know
good
what you're on
question.
about now.
That's a real good question. I hope not.
No, I have no idea, dude. It's just a joke, and as long as the claim function is safe, that's all I care about. And from then on, everybody should just keep it as a joke. What I would think, I like that that is focused on stuff outside of Hex as well. Yeah,
That's
some
really
good marketing
important,
effort from the community would be nice on that. Because it's just another way of getting more people in, I guess. At least to
Yeah,
post.
I mean, people are in freaking Shib and Doge, so why not like do something that is way funnier? Terry Doc, yeah, Cabanas is better than SNL. I mean, that's a low bar nowadays, but you know, who is the head of the PP? Should you hodl your PP?
You should always look after your PP.
Okay.
Definitely. I mean, you should hold it yourself. Other people shouldn't hold it for you.
Yeah, don't give your PP to others.
Yeah.
Right? Or,
And always
I
keep
can
your
give it
seeds
to.
safe.
Can I give it to
No,
my
no,
girlfriend?
Not your keys,
Or-
not
I
your
mean, maybe
PP.
your girlfriend can hold your PP from time to
Yeah?
time, but she should
Okay.
always give it back to you later.
So I trust her to give.
okay. All right.
Does
She
the-
has
does
the
the
keys.
PP
Does she have the keys to your PP?
She should never have the keys to your PP, only your hand.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a mistake.
Okay.
Yeah, don't give
So
her your
like my
keys.
chastity belt.
I think they're pretty much exhausting every meme out there.
Oh god, no, you're
No,
so
we're
wrong
not.
about that, bro. You're so wrong about that.
No, I'm joking. It's literally endless. It
It really is.
is
really
endless. So
But yeah,
Yeah,
appreciate
chat is
like,
going
you guys
pretty nuts on
hearing
the jokes. So
yeah,
that's
I mean, we're actually
it's good to see.
gaining. You know, people are sticking around, and like, just the conversation is.
You didn't
it's
lose,
People are
like,
finally
half your
sticking
audience
around.
there.
You have a
Wow.
donation, Cabana. You have a donation.
Even
hold
got
on
a
here.
donation.
Chris Hex is in, so he has sacrificed $5 to the show. Yeah.
Yo, Functional Crypto says receive chest coins when staked. So then you create your own chastity belt by staking.
I don't know, man. The whole
Yeah, lock
chastity
it up.
thing, I'm really like, I don't like that. I'm like, no.
Lock
Your
your
PP
PP,
should be
yes.
free.
Yeah, but-
you should
yeah, but
be
you-
free to flop around and you know spread your seed.
Flop
and-
around.
Yeah, use what God gave you. If you need toys and other entrapment and things, just use what God gave you. There's no need for all that stuff.
Chastity, guys. You need
I'm
to
just saying that
look
would be
yourself
a good excuse for staking, but hey.
DJ Cryptomatic, Hexy Bastard, would like to know if you choose to sacrifice, you are doing so to make a political statement for freedom of plebs. Can you elaborate?
Not really, mate. It is what it is.
Of course you can.
What do you think that means? Use your imagination. Like most of this shit, I'm leaving to the imagination. I want people to get their own ideas.
Keep in mind,
Yeah.
he's German.
Those are
so
tokenomics.
It is
Yeah.
up to you
Yeah.
to imagine what you're sacrificing for. So whatever you think in your mind that you want to sacrifice, you sacrifice for that, bro.
Yeah.
You're making a political statement. But
This is a token
Freedom
pre-sale.
of
We're
plebs.
trying to get around the law. Like,
yeah, and that's why I can't tell you what is planned for the future. Like at right this stage, ERC20, no features, no utility, nothing. Just
No
stupid
expectation
fucking
from
meme
big
coin.
peepees of others.
Stupid fucking meme coin. That is all it is.
Plebs
You
need
might be
freedom
better.
too. Thank you, that's it.
But does it have any audits?
Not yet because it doesn't exist yet. But obviously no expectations. But I would really like to see audits done, as well as community peer reviews and like Cabana mentioned Pulse Police earlier. Like I really
Yes,
want
definitely
to-
want the Pulse
Yeah.
Police to check out your
community.
Yeah.
community can look at this code. It's going to be up on testnet, so you can do whatever you want during that. But the actual coin is not being released fully until after the sacrifice phase, and then that will be the start of the 69-day claim phase.
Is there any risk to the PP getting rugged?
Mate,
Yes.
no. Hang on. I can't really answer it, but no, it won't get rugged, bro. Like, no. It won't get rugged, but people can sell it all the way down to like 0.00000. Like, I got no control over that. No one has any control over that. But all I know is that I trust myself to do the right thing, and I trust my team to do the right thing with this thing. And most of the time when coins get rugged, it's because they literally do get rugged. Like, the founders dump it all and take whatever's in the pool, and then it just dies, right? But I don't think that like our team are planning to do that. So we want this to be the best meme coin of next cycle. We want it to do like what Shib did.
This-
you know,
Yeah,
he's crazy.
This is
then
this is a
Dan
good idea
Smith
here.
says it will get tugged.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So instead of rugging, can there be a tugging feature?
Will it get tugged? That's
And like the
that's big
devs who are
question.
building the website and the claiming front end, like they're legit, right? Because the biggest thing I would actually worry about is those guys switching the claim function one day to like a drain my wallet function. And it's like the guys maybe you hired to build the website and they're out of your control. So like they're legit, right?
Yes, they are very legit, and actually, it's
Like
going to
the
be
docs, they're not like unknown guys in India that you don't know who the hell they are. Like
no,
so they run away,
nothing like
you'll
that.
never find them.
We know them. They're from our community.
All right, cool.
I'm not saying who they are at this stage.
Kyle
but they are
Davies?
from our
That's fine.
community.
But if shit hits the fan, like we can hunt them down.
So,
right?
David,
Because
You can hunt me down if you want, but no expectations, bro. I'm just gonna in my yard,
So, DFed, you say they can switch the function from claim to drain my whole wallet.
like like the front end website, like you would see
The
it in
front end
MetaMask
website
when
and
you're
all of that
doing
is going to be
the
handled by
transaction.
But
our
then,
team.
but if you
Are you talking like drain your PP?
Or worse.
We'd have a
so, this is rip it off. But if you disconnect from that website, can that still happen with MetaMask? If you delete all permissions?
Yeah, if you disconnect and delete all permissions, then you're fine. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, the
I'm just
front
checking.
end as well as the code and everything like that is coming through us. Like our keys will, or the OA, the PA, whatever you want to call him. He's the pleb address, but that person is going to be the person who uploads the contract and does all the code and everything, and it is going to be community peer reviewed by like many people, and we're hoping to have an audit done on all this kind of stuff as well. It all kind of like some of these things are lingering on, what SAP does and things like that, but I know what I would like to see happen with it. But everything's going to be the Richard Hart way. Like, he set the standard. Nothing's going to be below that standard. Everything's going to be above it, if anything. There won't be any admin keys. There won't be nothing. It will be completely immutable, decentralized, out there. And once it's out there, no one can stop it. There's always going to be liquidity there, all this kind of thing. But no expectations. I'm already saying more than I should do, really.
There you go.
Leaking that alpha. I love it.
So,
Leaking the alpha.
Leak.
Hexy, are you prepared to be on Fox News in 2.5 years?
Talking about your PP.
Yes.
Jim Cramer, strong
If I
by.
can dress like this, then yeah, sure.
Oh, shit.
Could you
I
imagine?
mean, if your PP does 10,000x, like, yeah.
You could do the whole thing on like dildo candles and things like that. I mean, it's literally endless. Yeah.
Right. It's literally it's going to be the king of all meme coins. But we'll not get a more.
If
memeable
this chat is
coin.
any indication, like it's
I believe
it's an excellent idea. I mean, I oh my gosh, I can't.
It has potential. Guys, come on, like you
That's the nice girl
PP should
talking
always
to
have
you.
some potential,
No, it has potential. Yeah, okay. So thank you, nice girl.
But the thing is, as well, is that you guys in the chat and you guys on this panel here today are not meme coin guys, particularly, are you? Like,
This is true.
you're Hexicans.
I just
So if
like
you
good,
guys are
good
finding
well
it
performed
funny,
jokes.
But I will say Hexicans have like the best sense of humor as evident in this chat right now. So it's
Yeah,
just like,
true.
yeah. So
But yeah, but
I
my
mean,
point
I
is,
think
that
it's all
you guys
fun
see the
as
potential in it.
long
Imagine what the actual meme coin guys will think when they see this. You know?
Yeah.
It's completely different.
Red Squirrel wants to know when DP, but that is Dennis Porter who got destroyed by Richard Hart. That's who I equate those initials with, DP, because
Sure,
DP.
sure.
So, yeah.
You were just talking about dildo candles, and now we. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
Actually,
we could come up with our own price chart that literally has dildos as candles.
Can we
Crypto-
wrap up this PP
Cabanian would love that.
conversation? Okay.
Crown Crypto always says that calls the candles like dildos.
Yes. There you go.
Well, I could
30 second
actually put something in there.
That's excellent. That's
Newman
excellent.
man, you're in the chat. I hope you're writing some of these down, bro.
I mean, you could just view it on replay. This is just endless stuff. So there you go, Hexy. Congrats for the endless ideas generation here.
Make it only 30 seconds chart, like no other.
That's the
time frame.
max chart.
It's only.
That's the max time frame. Yeah. Okay.
So what was this? What was this thing that you mentioned earlier, Cabana, about?
I don't know anymore.
It was something to do with Dave Feeder got a new nickname today. What was that again?
Oh, okay, yeah, nice segue. So yeah, let's try to keep our viewers that we've held through all the people talks.
Well done, guys. Appreciate it.
thank you to Hexy Bastard over here. Yeah, so I saw David Feeder is now David Futter, and and we were, it's. I think it could be, just maybe a misunderstanding of chats and stuff. Because I mean, if you just comments on live streams or Twitter or stuff like that, can not be explained fully. So I just wanted to open it up to you, DFed, because you are a trusted member of this community. I'm also excited to talk to Jesse from Liquid Loans in the next couple weeks. But this whole thing about, I know you were on stream last night as well, but could you just go into a little bit about the Chainlink Oracle reference pertaining to perhaps fiat.io, liquidloans.io, and maybe clear the air if you haven't already, but at least for this audience, maybe we can get some clarity on this, because maybe it's just something more made from community and other people out there than it really should be.
Yeah. So I was on Corey Costa's stream the other day. Yeah, we were talking about Chainlink. And Chainlink, yeah, they run the Oracle, like the most popular Oracle system on Ethereum. And nobody knows yet if they're coming to Pulse Chain. My gut would tell me probably not, because there actually is like a bunch of World Economic Forum people on there. And World Economic Forum people have also infiltrated Ethereum and Consensus.
Mm-hmm.
So like Clark, like this like Klaus Schwab type shit. So those guys are already like infiltrated. So I don't think they're coming to Pulse Chain. So we were just talking about what that meant for projects that need oracles, right? And Fiat.io is one, like Pulse Speak is one, and Liquid Loans needs oracles. Now the Liquid Loans team, they've found a different solution, and they're working with some other oracle provider, and that's cool. So I guess that clip and that segment, I guess, got Jesse from Liquid Loans saw it and clipped it and started talking some smack. So I had to slay some furus. I had to lay down the law, because like that's like coming at me. Like, okay, bro, like let's see what you got. Liquid Loans is a fork of Liquidity, which is a protocol on Ethereum, and their coin is down and to the right forever. It went from $40 to whatever it is now, like less than $1. So that's what
that is true.
is
To be
based on.
fair, that's one of the first things I thought. So when Liquid Loans came about, the first thing I did was go look at the liquidity chart, and I was like, "Ooh, that don't look good." Fuck yeah! I mean, their chart's going to do that, but obviously they're forking the project. So yeah, you're definitely right about that. That liquidity chart is fucking disgusting to look at.
Yeah. So, what's cool about them, like, or what gave me trust in Liquid Loans was actually Jexa, the Australian Hexagon, who's very security minded. He made HexSafe.win.
Yep,
I
big
got
fan.
the medal. Yeah, like he's the man. So he's on their team, and like that's pretty bullish. And
I like a lot of the team. Yeah.
Yeah, and like 9 months ago, I helped them set up their validator, right? Because like Hodl Dog taught me, and then I taught Liquid Loans because I was just helping out, communities that are related to us, Hexagon. So that was cool and all. And then, like what last night was just, I just went on a tirade. It was funny, but I had to defend my honor because I think what started all of it, like the beef was, I think it was even on this stream like months ago. I was pretty drunk and Jesse jumped on and I started like,
it's happy hour.
Yeah. I was hammered. We were like arguing and shit. And that's where the beef came from, I think. But yeah, like, so then he called me David Futter, which was hysterical. I was laughing and I immediately thought of Fudding Jim, like Gary.
Oh, yeah.
And he even commented, he's like, hey, this is copyright infringement. You owe me a fucking nickel. I was like, so, but when he said that, I just let loose. I'm like, here's the truth about Liquid Loans. Here's what's really happening. And I just laid it all out there. And that's about what happened. Good times.
What
It's
about
bear market things?
Yep.
sorry, bear market things? What about the comment from Red Squirrel? Because I've like one
Which
of the
one?
first things that
The liquid chart is relevant to the yield. Price follows ETH.
Yeah, well, let me bring it up for the audio listeners because not everybody can see the comment. But what I was going to say was to preface this comment was this is one of the first things that I thought of, and I know Hexy and David, like you brought it up. It's like, okay, well, if it's a fork of Liquidity, then what's that chart look like, kind of thing. So everybody's eyes go to that, and then it's like, okay, well, is this going to follow exactly? So Red Squirrel asks, the Liquidity chart is irreverent to the yield. Price follows ETH. So I'll open that up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, ETH is sucking right now, but would that explain why Liquidity went down 99%? I don't know. And the yields, I already forgot his name. One of the team members from Liquid Loans, he posted a picture of the yield that you could have gotten with Liquidity. And if you did it like the entire time, you would have got like 100% APY. But like you can do almost as good, if not better, in Hex, especially like with long stakes. You'll get more than that. So I don't know. You can make more yield in Hex than with Liquidity. That's what I learned last night from, sparring.
Sparring.
Yeah, that's what we'll call it. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, I want to, bring both sides to this. I read a lot of, Jesse's tweets and watch a lot of his stuff with Liquid Loans as well. I've never had him on the show. I've been looking forward to it. Just time frames. I kind of wanted us to get closer to Pulse Chain launch to bring either him or some more Liquid Loans guys on to actually talk about it once we were closer. But we might hopefully talk here in the next week or so, and and get their side of things, and do a Q&A, because I know this chat loves asking plenty of questions and stuff like that, and we'll bring them up and we try to answer as many as we can on stream. But to be clear and put this out there, like DFED, I'm pretty sure you also sacked 4 Liquid Loans, right? So it's not like you're just against it. Like
that's
you
why
have some skin in the game, so
I'm a stakeholder, man. I fucking sacked for that shit. Like, like I expect it to be a real product, and I do think they'll launch, and they do have a good team. And I mean, I am bullish, But any good Hexagon, just like Richard, you need to know both sides of every argument. So if somebody steps at you, you gotta slap them down. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't, that's what I learned from Richard.
Yeah. So we're not trying to, turn into a Liquid Loans debate tonight, but I did speak with, or message Jesse, and I hope to have him on next week. So, like Crypto Crazy's in the chat, so maybe you can come on next week as well, and we can just have a big old chat about that at that time, because
it should work. Like it will work. Like Liquidity works. Like it'll function. It's just I mean, they're waiting on Pulse Chain, but it will be cool to see like what is the Oracle solution, because I think there's even going to be an opportunity for users like us to you can run a node like an Oracle node for liquid loans, and I'm not sure if you get like a reward for that too. So I think there's like more to this that people could participate in. So it just thinks that there's not a lot of info on it right now. They're kind of quiet about it, but you know.
I mean,
Just
if
wanna learn more.
available, would you be open like for a panel to ask such questions, in the future? Like directly?
Yeah, totally.
So I think it'd be just a great conversation, especially in this environment. So
Yeah, because I am bullish. I really am. Yeah, don't let my tweets fool you. Like, it should work.
Yeah. All right. And I have made known I've sacked for that. I like to support anything that, in theory, or at least looking like it supports Hex and or Pulse Chain, PulseX, the entire ecosystem. Speaking of the Maxi dude, so we had a Dip Catcher on last week. I just wanted to, this is kind of just on the list here. We had a quick discussion, I think a couple weeks ago, about all the coins that they're launching. So I think it's a 1, 3, 5, 7, 10-year stake iterations. Just maybe around the panel, or who is going to, I guess, jump in on any or all, or if you have a year time preference, and you're just going to pick, hey, I like the 7. Why would you do that? So, Hexy Bastard, we'll start with you since you're next to me. But anything on the Maxi? You putting anything towards that? Not the Maxi, but the new state
one
time links. Yeah, one.
I'm not sure, man. Like, I hate to admit it, but I didn't even get into the original Maxi. I think the original Maxi is a brilliant idea, and I think if I was going to add comment, the only thing I would say is that, like, anything below the 15 years is obviously going to be worth less than the Maxi, right? So I don't know, man. Like, I'm kind of uneducated on it all. I don't really know the full. I know what Maxi does, and I know about that, but I don't know about the new one that much. I'm just worried that if they're going to do like lower time frame type ones, that they're not going to be doing as well as Maxi is. So I don't know. Honestly, I have no opinion on it. I haven't looked into it enough to even offer that. So yeah.
Word. Full disclosure, I did the 15 for Maxi. So again, I love supporting good ideas.
Maxi's a
I'll even
idea.
listen about the PP. We'll see, but
that's not a good idea.
No, it's a terrible idea. But
terrible enough.
It's an awful idea. DFed, do you have any of these time length stakes interest you from the Maximus group, Dip Catcher and Volky?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm also bullish on this too. Here's my strategy. I'll just tell you what I'm doing. I'm gonna take half my Maxi, and I'm gonna put that in, and I'm gonna mint out Team, right? And then I'm gonna keep the other half of Maxi forever. I'm just gonna hold it, maybe save it for later. So half Maxi in, I get Team. Then, so there's base, which is the 1 year stake. That I'm gonna do like a little bit of Hex.
Yeah.
And then Trio, I'm gonna do a little bit more. And then 7, I'm gonna do Lucky 7. I'm gonna do a little bit more. And then Desi, that's the one I really want because that's the 10-year stake.
Yeah. Is there a 5? Maybe I misspoke.
No.
So it's 1, 3, 7, 10.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
Sorry, misspoke there.
Yep. So I'm gonna do more into the longer ones, but I want the whole portfolio. I want Team, and I want all 4 of the time coins. Yeah, and then you just hold them.
Nice.
Yep, it's awesome.
Beard, what say you? Do you like any of these?
So you basically just do it for the bigger pays better bonus, right?
Yeah, in a
Right.
sense, well, that in your time frame as well. So I guess obviously the longer is self-explanatory.
Yeah, but the time frame you
the
can
bigger,
set
the
yourself
bigger.
as well. You can just take yourself, right?
Yeah.
But you're basically so that you can trade it and you have the bigger pays better bonus, I guess. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Yeah, I'm wondering what it will bring if you do the 1, 3, was it 7 and 10?
Yeah, 1 through 7, 10.
I'm not sure. Like Maxi was, was pretty much a no-brainer, and it got filled, and that was really cool to see. And yeah, I think Maxi is doing very well and is going to do a lot better. I'm just thinking about how these other coins will then do compared to it, and will they all link to each other? I'm not entirely sure. I'm just mostly interested in Maxi and not the rest, because yeah, I don't know. I'm just not really too interested in the other ones.
Because you have Hex, right?
But
So
but now that DFED was saying his strategy, I'm thinking maybe it is interesting to put in some, and then you like, if you would have a liquid bag that you would want to live off of, or to pay some whatever's in your life or in your business, you might want to have those instead of just doing your own short hex stakes. So then you at least also get the bigger pays better bonus. So yeah, so I'm gonna look into that. But yeah, go team. It's a
Go
good
team.
team, man. I like what they're doing.
I see what you did there. Big K, if you're still around, I'll see if you unmute, and you did. So, any thoughts on these?
Yeah, I mean, I have some thoughts on it, but I mean, I think it's a cool idea. I don't know if I am super like the shorter ones. I mean, I think they're cool, but I know that there's extra bonus to be gained from it, you know, and then there's speculation on top of that as well. So it's like makes it interesting. But like you'd said, I don't know if they're going to be any bigger or better overall. I don't see how it could be than Maxi, which I like that enough, and I like staking Hex enough. So like I'll be honest, I don't know how much more into these other ones. I mean, I have all like I make lots of Hex stakes, and I have a pretty good plan with that. So I don't really.
Yeah.
I mean, but then if
I
I was
feel you.
somebody new who doesn't have as much of like a stake that maybe I wanted to get some extra bonus, I guess maybe. But I mean, there's also like the fact that I like part of what I love about Hex is that it's all on my time, and when I decide to make the stake and end the stake, and like this, you don't have. I mean, I guess you get to trade it at an earlier point in time, you know. But when you actually turn it in to get, you know, the Hedron and or Hex. Plus, then there's also like the other missed airdrops that you could possibly not get because, you know, like our other derivative coins that are going to be that could come out. You know, you might not be able to get.
Exactly.
You know,
Yes.
there's problems that I have with it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's not cool. I'm like cool. I like things being built on Hex, but like
Yeah.
a huge portion of it is like from the very beginning with Maxi, the thing that I was the most concerned with that obviously was not a problem was filling up the 150 million coins. I mean, it's a lot of coins to come up with, you know. So like to max out that bonus to make it really worth it, you know, is important, you know. So are we? I mean, because you got to think about it like this. So you got to think that to fill up a 1, a 3, a 5, and a 7-year stake, or 1, 3, 7, and 10-year stake, all 4 of those will take the to get the bonus properly on each of them would take the weight of 600 million coins. I mean, that's a lot of Hex or Maxi converted it, or whatever you want to call it, however you want to get there, you know, to get to fill up all those max bonuses.
Yeah.
You know, so like if any of them don't fill up to their max bonuses, then like it severely puts it at like, you know, it's, you know, not nearly as beneficial. Like whatever the speculation is on that is not going to be nearly as good as just what Hex is at itself, you know. I mean, so like you know, just like always, whenever we're going through further layers of abstraction, you know, there's more variables that, like, as somebody who loves math, I mean, I know that makes things super complex, you know. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying no, but like, I sure as shit, I'm not excited about getting rid of my Hex for it at this stage in the game for lesser staked ones. I like the first one. I went in, like, once it hit 150, I did put in some for that. I was stoked on that. And like, I mean, if these other ones do, there's a temptation to, for sure. But I still really just, I mean, there's like I said, I like the benefits and the negative. There's it's a plus and minus that for me personally, I don't think I'll use it. But that's just me.
I feel you. I think everybody's in a different situation, so it depends upon what situation you're in. Peter, how about you?
I would say that after the success of Maxi, I would be interested in the Detsy, because in theory, it should be the second highest premium product from the team. Like,
Yeah,
and,
that's true. That's fair.
And people priced in the Maxi token at I think it's double on
70% or something,
or
right?
something like that. Yeah, and I would guess the Detsy could be a bit lower, but still something like 40% more or something like that. There may be some.
Well, if it gets
who
filled
could-
up, I mean,
Yeah, if it's filled, if it gets filled up, then sure.
And because of
think
speculation,
that
and
could
shit,
be the
like
second-
during a bull run, all of those premiums could go way up too. Like I'm not,
Yes, of
I'm not,
course, yeah.
I'm not giving that. I don't want to like discount their, what they've got going on and how that I definitely see what the value of it for sure. I mean, in a bull run, I could easily see some of those premiums being like more than 2x, 4x, 5x.
Yeah, that's possible. And what I wanted to say God damn it, English.
Sorry, man. Sorry, my.
you threw me off a little bit. But yeah, the Detsy could be really interesting if it gets filled. I think there is a big possibility it will be filled, because the max longer pays longer bonus will be maxed out also, and if it gets filled by 150 million, also the bigger pays better bonus will be filled out.
I think all will fill.
sounds-
I will bet all will fill to 150.
Probably,
All 150.
probably, yes.
Yeah, for
The
all four. Yep.
600 million hex off
Damn.
the market.
Yeah, because it's lower. It's cheaper now than when Maxi started. Right, you
Yeah.
can get more hex.
And-
well, yeah.
To
that's
be
true.
honest, I missed out on Maxi because I didn't have any liquid at the time, and probably will throw something into that.
So, when is that already launched, or when is it launching? Or
I don't think so.
I
I think
haven't
it's
seen any details.
yeah. I don't think there's like a hard date.
Okay.
I think they're
Or they're-
gonna do audit like maybe this week, next week.
Okay.
I
Okay.
like audits.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, and that's one thing I love about Dip Catcher. What he, because he wrote a lot of the code on his live stream. He sat down and he read the entire smart contract
Mhm.
in a
That's-
video,
Okay.
and then he bought an audit, and then he read the whole audit in the same video. So it was great. Like it's very,
Yeah.
he does a really good
I
job.
like that.
Yeah, I love the
Yeah.
transparency, and he was on the show last week, and again on
Cool.
Maddie's virtual conference as well, and did a
Yes.
great job there. So it's cool. Is there an updated time frame? I thought like end of the month, beginning of next month. Did anybody else hear any updates? Because I might be out of the loop on that.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
I think I heard maybe from him and another. Actually, it might have been in the Spaces a few days ago. I think he's waiting on a few more items. It could be end of this month or next month. So, yeah. All right. Cool.
And
Anything?
Hexy
Go ahead.
Bastard, one more thing.
Yeah.
So can I sacrifice from exchange?
Yeah, great question, bro. No, do not do that. You will not get anything.
because then you'll be a wrecked pleb instead of a poor pleb, right?
Yeah,
But
maybe
it
Yeah,
would
those guys
be
doesn't count.
it would be in the theme of the coin, no?
No,
Yeah,
no, you're
We
not
don't know who
listening. Then
this
you would
coin's
be a
going.
wrecked.
they'll
Right,
get a
yeah.
derivative. Do you know what?
DFED
We might
just
even
laid
launch
it
a
down for
new
you.
smart contract. Just airdrop it to all the exchanges, the value it should have been, and call it Rect Pleb. And it's got no liquidity. It's just dead token. There you go. Yeah, there you go, Binance.
I'll give you an address if you want to send coins from exchange to an address for fun. I'll give you one. Yeah,
I
I'll
mean,
type it in chat.
if you guys really want to do it, then do it. But just don't be surprised by the outcome, innit?
No, that was guy. It was just a joke. Calm down.
I get the joke. There are a lot of idiots out there that You know, I
You
just
never
wanna
know who's
clear it
watching.
up. And I'm launching something. I'm the biggest idiot
Sending
out
me
there.
Peter. No.
Subjecting yourself to all of this. Yeah. Who's the
I'm
bigger
glad we've
idiot?
got haters in the chat though. Like I've been really surprised with how little hate I've had up to this point. It's been barely anything, but we've had some haters in the chat. So cheers, guys. Appreciate it. Really do.
I mean, it's so funny. How could you hate on this?
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm going to steal money from Hexicans.
Yeah, that's the purpose of the coin, right?
Hex.
You're
I love Hex,
transparent about it.
Bro, the whole thing's a joke. It's just a joke.
Yeah.
People want
So
to give
Hexy
away
Bastard
their
can buy the dip, right? Because you're going to take all the sack money. You're just going to buy the dip for Hex, right? Then build your ladder, and you're all set.
no expectations.
I knew it, man. I knew it.
This is going swimmingly. All right, yeah. This could be. Oh my gosh, so many paths that this could go down. It's I'll stay.
I don't know what this thing's going to do, but it doesn't even need to do really.
That's
anything.
what she said, but yeah, I don't know.
Lols.
I don't know what this is going to do. Then I unveil my 12-inch PP, and she falls to the floor, shocked.
Double
Well,
Red Bull can.
inch.
Wow. Jam.
Double red. Well, I didn't comment on the thickness. The thickness
I was gonna say,
might
will there be
still
different?
very thin.
Will
it
there be
might be like
different
a,
staking
one of these-
features and lengths?
something like that, but 12 inches long.
Oh, like a stiletto. You just stab them with like a little pencil.
It'll go right through the cervix, mate, all the way.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
All right. Anyway.
well,
Time out. Time out.
as far as the coin in reality, like who's gonna supply liquidity for this? Like who is gonna take a bunch of US dollar coins and a bunch of PP coins and put them in Uniswap, right? Like who's got the balls to do that? That's crazy.
I don't know, but the pleb address might do it.
Oh,
The pleb address.
oh,
The PA.
oh, dude. Oh,
You should have it should be a P something else though, like a PO. The P origin. Yeah,
I
the
get it
PO.
now. That's a big brain
Jesus
move, man.
Christ.
There you go.
That'll be the initial
There you go.
liquidity, even if it's just $10,000. Just put in
PO.
$10,000 and then some PP coins and let people trade. Man, I see what you're up to, man. Very nice.
I don't know who controls that wallet, but
It's definitely not you, right?
I think it's a character
It's okay.
on your background.
it might be an
He's on the
African
moon.
priest. It might be a homeless
It's a
person.
poor pleb.
It's some pleb somewhere in the world. Could be some highly sophisticated multi-sig thing going on. I say highly sophisticated. That's probably not very highly sophisticated.
No, it's written down on a fucking sticky note, bro. I'm kidding.
That should be
It's on
it should be the yellow paper, and then just
Yellow paper,
Post-it
yeah.
note.
12 seed words.
and take a picture.
You should write that down next to Basit.
Yeah.
The guy needs to make
I don't know. The white paper still. I mean, white or yellow could work depending upon you.
White paper's a really, really fancy word for plebifesto, so
Oh, that's right. The Pleb of Festo.
yeah. If you guys know Cult Dow, that's gonna make them laugh. Like they are gonna laugh at that shit because
Yeah.
they're in on this like really marvelous, well written story about how they're gonna change the world, and if you read ours, you'll just laugh. So,
I'm just imagining someone sending the code to some like audit firm, and okay,
and then rejecting it like, no, we ain't doing it. Sorry, we're
not
not
gonna
doing a
do
code.
that.
We're not doing an audit.
Critical vulnerability.
Get Certic on the line, like, no. We can't support this, sir. We're not putting an audit with our certificate next to.
And maybe that's
PP
because
coin.
they're insecure about their PP.
Maybe
Probably.
they missed out on the sack.
Some PP insecurity. Yeah.
They missed out on the
Well,
sack.
that's actually the funny thing. I'm glad you
but
mentioned
it's
that.
a,
About it,
it's a
'cause
bear
really,
market.
PP insecurity is one of our key selling points. Do you want a bigger PP? Yes, you do.
And
Yes,
large
you
Everyone
do.
does.
PP
Everyone
bag.
does.
You can
Even
call
Richard
it.
with this fucking chode once say. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit blue again for your stream, mate. Sorry.
you can call it in the white paper a PP insecurity because it's not a security, and then get around the law that way. So it's an insecurity coin.
Ooh, that's interesting.
There you
I
go.
like that.
There might
Yeah,
be
so
a
we're just-
Clever Festo V2 coming out soon.
Oh boy! All right.
If
Well,
I sacrifice for this, I would like to get emails to enlarge my PP bag, or like spam. I need a spam after I sacrifice.
Old
No
school
KML,
spam.
no
Old school spam.
no AML, no KYC. What is it? He says, yeah, I don't have your email address, bro.
But if I send it to you,
I can send you a message. Yeah, I mean, you can. I'll tell you what, if anyone wants a mail out once a month on how they can grow their PP, then send me your email address.
Yes,
and
sir.
I
You
want
already
it
have mine.
weekly.
I want to be the new spam king.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, I feel like I've fully hijacked Cabana's stream here, so I'm sorry.
Oh, I
Cabana.
mean, it's a bear market. What else are we gonna talk
we're
about?
having
Like,
fun.
you know,
Yeah, man.
prices bottoming out. You know, I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, we could be here another year and grinding
I
along
got
the
an
bottom.
I got an
with-
update for the beardy coin.
Oh yeah, shill your shit, bro.
Ready?
Hit us. Yes.
Soon.
Soon.
Very soon.
Thank you. Okay.
Thanks. Like
Thank you very
4
much.
weeks, 4 or 2 weeks.
Soon.
Soon.
I think
Okay, sure.
4.
Thank you.
Probably 4,
more
but could be
weeks or
2.
2
but
more months,
Probably
and it's-
July
somewhat-
32nd, like Dip Catcher always says, right?
something like that. Maybe.
30th of February.
Yeah. Grinding bottoms and PPs is quite on topic, I think. Yeah, that's why I mentioned it. Thank you for catching on. I appreciate it. Can we wrap this show with actually some relevant
When Moon
big,
Sir,
think we can.
big project, big product talk? I just Pulse Jam just wanted to ask DFED while we got you on here, because it's not guaranteed that we get you.
There was a commit yesterday or a few days ago, right?
every week or every other week. But so Richard, I think it was at the virtual conference last week, talked about the 2 different teams going on. Do you know anything about that? You know, the I don't know. Just what can you tell us about it, I guess?
Yeah, that was actually news to me when he
Okay.
announced that. Yeah, that was brand new, hot off the presses.
Yeah.
We all saw that live. Yep. I had no idea there was 2 teams behind
So
the
is there
scenes.
like a bug bounty team in a way, do you think? Or something like
I think he's got like the OG team that
Yeah.
started the Pulse chain and
Yep.
did what we're working on. And then I think he like found another like hardcore team. And he's like, guys, like hardcore, go fast, like do it the way you want. So he like brought in some new guys to really kick ass. And,
Oh,
and then
okay.
now it's a race. Like now who finishes first?
Okay, I mean that's how he made it sound, but it's just I don't know. Like to have like your OG team who has worked on it, and then to bring in a completely other set of guys who are supposedly, I would think, just as smart or in the loop and can, like you said, hardcore. Could that possibly mean that we are in the closing stages if we got 2 like really brilliant teams looking at this thing, squashing out any remaining bugs? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. That's
To me, my mind goes there. Not like days or anything, but like, maybe less than months away. I don't know. And I've said before, like if
Yeah.
we are close to the bottom of the bear, if like we see sub 15K BTC, I said it on an interview with Liquid Loans, Matt from Liquid Loans. Get up on the wheel, pull the belts tight, man, because I think, BTC is not going much lower. We could have launched not optimally in May, and correct me if I'm wrong, but why not perfect it if we have the time? So,
Mhm.
fair?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And
I think there's an element of not wanting to rush it out, right? Because
Yeah.
he knew in May that there's more to come,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, why rush it out now if we can make it a little bit better and just wait a little longer to get it out perfectly? And then it just makes total sense, man. Like he probably could have launched it, but then he was like, market conditions are shit. Might as well sort these bugs out and then do it all later, Just makes sense.
Totally. Yeah. And the efficiency of removing the validator contract from being just a normal smart contract and pulling that outside of the whole system, that just makes it better too. It's like we're just kind of getting upgrades at this point. and plus that DDoS protection, like, because there was some way to fuck with the validators, but it wasn't disclosed, so I'm not sure what it is. Nobody knows what the bug was, but there was a way to like pause the chain. So until that's like solved, yeah, I think that's like critical vulnerability number one they're working on.
I think Richard realized that he has so many haters that they would try to attack the pulse chain in any way, and he wants it to be perfect, just so we don't do a Solana or a Stoplana, sorry, or a Luna or anything like that.
That's brilliant.
Yeah,
I've
man, I
never
like
heard
that.
that before. That's
SOLOL. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And
Yeah,
even if E2 happens first, it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
And like the fees are gonna be high still.
Well, that's how I wanted. Yeah, I was gonna close the show with that, and I postulated this to DFed a couple weeks ago. Are we gonna get the ETH merge before Pulse Chain? I know it's been a
think so. I bet.
Really?
I would bet
because
yeah,
a lot
I'll
of people are
money.
thinking. Okay.
Wait. I will bet that Pulse Chain launches first versus ETH2. I'll take that bet all day.
What's the current target date? Like September for? I mean, I know LOL September, but isn't that the current target date for the merge?
I'm not sure. That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that one.
If it were September,
then they may win. If that's true and they don't delay again, then yeah, that might be it.
It was moved so many times, I don't even care.
Yeah.
And still, you have this like speculation thing going on when Pulse Chain launches. You will have everyone will have the copies of the coins on Pulse Chain, so it's no brainer to do something with them and breach something somewhere and explore it. This is a crypto. It's speculation on steroids. So something will happen. It will be pretty big, I think.
Yeah. Crypto Summer says Vitalik's dev said mid-May. Is that this past May? Because I think most everybody has heard September 19th. I think that might have been the date that I heard. September-ish. Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard. Yep, September. Okay. So
good luck with that.
Yeah. I mean, they keep pushing it back and back and back, but I think they've actually run 2 test iterations of it. I'm not up on the terminology, but I thought they've run it twice maybe to see if it can actually work. I don't know. Just saying, if that's the case and it does September, then likely not Pulse Chain before then. That's your bet, defect.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might lose, but I'll take the bet.
Hey, that's it.
I think I'm one of the only people that wanted to come out late now because this thing I'm doing just makes my life a little easier.
I sacrificed the goddamn mortgage. Are you kidding me?
I didn't put a lot in, man. I actually have been regretting for a long time that I didn't throw more into Pulse Chain because I'd not long found Richard at the time. So I was like, and I just got really into Hex and everything I had was in Hex. So I was like, I don't want to give Hex away, man, because Hex is doing so well. Like, I just want to keep it. So I only threw a little bit in the pot. So I do feel a little bit salty that I didn't throw more in, especially considering where price is now compared to what it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, live and learn, eh, boys? But then again, we don't know what price it's coming out at.
Yes. We may get a dip, and you may get to buy it cheaper than we even sacked for. That's totally in the game. That could happen.
Ooh.
I think with the time that's going on, it's very.
What are the odds of that? Because I don't think they're that high, but
well, I think we launch.
I think
that's
they're
my
high
prediction.
now.
I think we start at 5 to 10x what we sacked. Right, like right out of the gate, it's a 5x. But then it's going to dip because all these people have been waiting and crying for the last year. They're going to start dumping
PLS,
that shit.
right?
Yeah, PLS. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, they're going to start dumping. So it's going to be high and then it's going to drop. Yeah, that's what I predict.
I have a feeling that and this is just a stupid pleb opinion, obviously, but I have a feeling he's going to launch the liquidity pool at a really low price and then hope that the market value just shoots it up. So it looks like from launch price, it's just already gone up like 1,000x straight off the bat. Because that to me is smart, right? Because you paint the perfect chart. It's even though because no one really knows what like the sacrifice price was. It's not displayed on the chart. So when people look at the chart, and if it started at like 8 zeros and a 1, and then mooned straight up to where we were, which I think was 4 zeros and a 1, if I'm not mistaken, something like that, or maybe 5. I think it's 4. If it mooned up to that price really quickly and then had a dip from there, that would look really, really healthy. So I don't know, man. I just like, yeah, I think you might launch it a little lower, but you might not get a good opportunity to buy it at that price.
Hexy, what I learned from Hex launch is that some people are happy to sell at 5% gain. So
yeah. And some of these guys got a bonus multiplier, right? Some of them got like a 1.8x bonus multiplier. So even if it launches at a 2x, they're already up like 4x. So if they or almost 4x, so then them selling there is going to be a marvelous investment. Or at least it's going to feel like, because their hex bag that they sacrificed for it is worth nothing compared to what it was at the time. So for them to get that value out of it again, they're going to think that's a godsend. So
yeah,
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I still think we will have to wait 2.5 years for 10,000x in pulse chain. So
yeah, I mean,
PVM, will it be a 10,000x from the bottom, or will it be from the
bottom?
It'll be the bottom.
From the bottom, yeah.
PVM, any price prediction is hearsay, just too new and never been done. Yeah, I mean, absolutely, but
agree.
What else are we going to do in a bear? So
agree.
This is what we're doing. Latin American crypto. So I think he was agreeing the merge release may take place the week of September 19th. Before that, they have one hurdle left. Deploy the final testnet on the So if successful, the previous 2 tests, that's what I was talking about. So the tentative release date looks more likely to happen. Huh. Okay.
Hey, I'm sorry to bail over, guys, but I've got another stream I've got to jump on.
All good, man.
I actually really have to shoot off myself now as well, because I'm going to band practice in a minute at midnight.
So tell us where you can find you. Everyone will go first, Hexy Bastard, because it's perfect timing because I'm running out of battery. So let's go.
Good stuff. So if you want to follow me, it's at Hexy Bastard on Twitter and Hexy Bastard on YouTube. If you're interested in Poor Pleb or PP, it's poorpleb.win, and basically everything's Poor Pleb Win. So Poor Pleb Win on Twitter, Poor Pleb Win on Telegram. Come join your fellow clubs. Thank you, Cabana, for having me and letting me talk about this crap.
Oh, the memes galore, man. Max Headroom. I'm in Florida too right now, and I ran in 90-degree heat the other morning, and it is terrible. So it's a good unwind. So thank you. DFed, where can we find you, sir?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at David Feeder. Same on YouTube, just David Feeder. And right after the show, I'm actually doing a stream with RH Max. So I'm gonna go over there now and do another.
There you go, Dan Smith. That is the answer to your question. The Beard. Where can we find you, bearded one?
I am the Beard.
Thank you. Peter, where can we find you?
He's gone already after that.
Oh.
I thought he dipped. That's funny.
I don't have a Twitter, but I'm streaming with the Wake Up Hex guys on Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday and Thursday, 10 a.m.
And
just for
also, I have a Slovak and Czech stream on Discord Syndicate every Sunday, 8 p.m.
And also Wake Up Hex.
Yeah, I said that already. Man, wake up.
But also Wake Up Hex.
But also Wake Up.
Yes.
Wake up.
All right, that's where you can find me, Wake Up Hex, sometimes.
When you can be awesome.
Yeah, outro.
He doesn't have an outro.
I don't have
Thank you, Cabana.
But I'll have Beard. I'll have Beard do it for me.
Gonna have, I just made one for Hexy Bastard, and it's fucking legit.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to play that, man. Oh my god,
we'll show you in the green room. Goodbye, chat
so
people.
Good.
Goodbye, Beard. All right. So thank you everybody for joining. Chat will be next week. It very likely will not be Friday. It'll probably be Thursday, maybe Wednesday or Thursday at 5 p.m. because I'll be traveling on Friday. And so thanks everybody. Just go back and watch the raucous, awful, funny ideas. And what's the Telegram room again, bastard?
T.me/Poor Pleb Win.
There you go. So if you want to entertain yourself in this bear market, go there, and we will see you next week. Thanks again for this awesome, conversation, guys. Beard, appreciate you. The other Beard, D-Fed, Hexy Bastard, Peter, thanks for coming on, and Big
Thank
K.
you for letting me in.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, good.
I blame the beard, and we will see you next week. Cheers, everybody.